you very much, Ken Warrington, down here in the winner's circle with driver Andy Miller. Andy, we have some questions from our fans here online to ask you, so hopefully you're ready for those.
I'm ready.
All right, Andy. Well, first things first, Irv Miller, your brother, a trainer currently, the influence of him on your career.
It was a big influence. I kind of got started on our own, but then we hooked up, and he was a big-time trainer in Illinois, and I did a lot of his driving, and we hooked up for a lot of the big stake races there.
And speaking of Illinois, you started your career in the Midwest. You relocated here to New Jersey about 15 years ago now. Talk a little bit about that decision.
Illinois was kind of struggling, and they were having a lot of trouble with the management and stuff, and things kind of seemed on the decline there. So we just took a leap of faith and moved to Jersey, and it's worked out pretty good so far.
Another fan online asks about your biggest or your favorite, might be two different answers, race wins.
My biggest was the Hamiltonian Oaks. I forget what year it was, but with Creamy Mimi when I first moved out here. So that was for, I think they were going for $750,000 that year. So that was probably my biggest win. But the favorite ones, I don't know. The year I had Lucky Jim, that was a pretty special year. And there's every win's a favorite to me. But the bigger stake races are obviously bigger favorites than the other races.
Now, Andy, one of our fans noticed that Team Miller lately at a lot of the yearling sales has been buying more trotters than pacers, it seems like. Is that intentional?
Not really. It's just what our client base kind of leans towards, and we do buy a few pacers, but they've kind of pushed us towards the trotters a little bit, so that's where what we end up with.
Another one of our fans online asks how you got into the sport originally, and also now with your son, Tyler, starting to do some driving as well. Did you encourage him to get into the sport?
Not really. We encouraged him to finish college first, and then he kind of got the bug and decided to start driving a little bit, help us train, and he really loves it now and just keeps getting better every day. So we're really happy about that. And as far as me getting into the sport, I grew up Amish in Illinois and was always around horses. So then a guy that run a horse farm there asked us to come to work, or asked me to come to work for him, and he had a lot of standardbreds. So I, decided to do it, and I guess the rest is history because I love the sport and just progressed from there.
Now, Andy, you have a milestone coming up here soon. Soon to be 10,000 career driving wins. Talk a little bit about, just your career and just, gosh, what that day is going to mean to you.
It's another number, but which every race is, and it's a lot of times around the racetrack, and I enjoy it and enjoy the sport, and I don't really set my goals to milestones, but if you enjoy the sport and keep working at it, the milestones will come. So I'm pretty happy about it.
All right, now here's the last question. We'll see how you choose to answer this one. One of our fans asked, with your son Tyler driving now, who's the better driver?
He is, obviously.
Well, Andy Miller, thank you so much for joining me down here today for Q&A, and we'll wish you the best of luck here tonight.
Thank you.
And on the other side of this TV timeout, we give out some weekly hardware awards this week, as well as tee up tonight's featured action. It'll be Dave Brower and Dave Little on the other side.